Greetings, dabblings, and welcome to a new first taste of the channel, where today we're going to be checking out Tiny Survivors, a game that dropped into my email over the new year, which I'm finally getting a chance to check out. This was released on the 22nd of December and is developed and published by Terry Brash, so it seems to be a solo developer kind of situation. Now, what is Tiny Survivors? Well, it is billed as a chill top-down auto-battler with lots of enemies and randomly generated synergies, though I would question the chill part looking at the Steam snapshots. However, quite possibly the most interesting thing about this game is the fact that it is free. That is right, this is not a demo, it is the full game and it is free on Steam. You can go and just follow the links down in the video description below to download the game and play it for yourself. But if you're wondering if the game is worth playing for yourself, well, that is what this video is here to answer. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to jump straight into the game, because it's always easier to show than to describe. Now, we start off, we've got to pick a food to eat, and down here we have a bunch of weapons, and we've got some money. I believe these are dodge charges, and this is your health. Over here we've got the 4 types of elements that are present in the game, and the 5 types of weapons that are present in the game. And the 2 and the 4 and the 6, or the 2, the 3, and the 6 for elements, relates to how many individual, or I guess independent instances of that element or that weapon you have in your lineup. Think Brotato. We've kind of got multiple limbs. It's that kind of auto battle. We just roam around the arena trying not to die, while our limbs just autonomously try and slay everything that gets close to us. In fact, the dev in the Steam discussion on the game has mentioned Brotato and a couple of other games, Tiny Rogue for example, as strong influences for the game's design. Now, one thing you can do though is you can change your avatar to one of many different types of avatars. You know what? Let's go with the little demon dude over here. Right, as for what we're going to eat, we've got the spicy banana, 2 crit chance, 2 damage. We've got weapon speed, crit chance, crit damage and damage, AoE size and damage, or crit chance and weapon speed. I'm thinking weapon speed myself, so we're going to go with the sweet banana. And now we get to spend our hard-earned over here. We've got health, we've got dodges, and we've got cash, and we can pick up some weapons. Each type of element does a different sort of effect. So, for example, down here, if we go with a fire katar, we'd have a 25% chance to burn an enemy on hit. However, if we were to get 2 fire weapons, then burning targets move 20% slower. Also, if we got 2 blade-type weapons, we'd have a plus 7.5% crit chance. We've also got an axe over here with Holy. Smite 1 random enemy after every 7 attacks. We've got Nature Fists. Every 8 seconds, summon 4 critters that each deal 18% weapon damage. Let's actually have a look at what the second... We can't see... It seems that we can only see the next upcoming upgrade in anything. So, on Holy... if we have 2 holy weapons. On Smite, also smite 1 nearby target. That sounds quite nice. Depends on how much damage Smite does. If it is just straight up death, then this is a very powerful element. And with axes, we've got 2 axes plus 1 health. That's actually not bad. The hammers over here, plus 25% damage for 2 hammers, and 2 nature. When a critter kills an enemy, summons 3 more critters. That's actually really nice. That has some grey goo potential right there. That's already got my attention. And we've also got a water bulwark. This has 25% chance to chill on hit, and at 2 water, it would have a 25% chance to freeze on chill. Okay, all right. So that's an interesting one. We've also got an 8% move speed if you have 2 shields. Okay. Now, it does mention that there are randomly generated synergies, and whilst I can't say for certain, I did, of course, fire up the game, just made sure that I could record it, and I jumped into the game and had a look around a little bit, and I'm fairly certain that axes did not give 1 extra health for having 2 axes. It was something like extra crit chance, and I am certain that shields gave dodge chance. So I wonder if that's what it means by randomly generated synergies, that it just re-rolls what the second and the 2, the 3, and the 6 bonuses are. That would be a very, very interesting one. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to grab the Nature Fists, and I'm thinking... I'm thinking of saving up our cash to get more nature. I think we're going to go all in on nature. Either that or all in on hammers. And there are no other hammers here. But nevertheless, I'm more interested in seeing what nature is going to do as we build this up. So we're just going to go around with our natural fist, just smashing things in the face. They're all skeletons. We need to pick up the gold because the gold will... Ouch, that hurt a little bit. Gold will disappear. It doesn't hang around forever. I want to get down to that gold, please and thank you. Come on, critters. Thank you very much, critters. Needed you there. No, gold. Whew. All right, let's go and grab this little gold over there. You can, of course, dodge with space. But you only get 2 of those, so you're going to have to try and hold on to them. Oh, that was a bit close. Maybe just having a single, slow attacking weapon like this, the Nature Fist, damage is only 4, crit chance is 12%, crit damage is 215%, that's not too bad. Speed is 1.54, I guess, attacks per second? No, that couldn't be right. Well, maybe it is. Range 40 units, pixels, I don't know. Value is 14 right now. Right, let's have a quick look. I would like my weapon speed to be attacking faster, though, that being said, since we're going down the nature route, maybe going for summon damage would be a good one. So, 8% damage on the weapon, and a bunch of extra summon damage. I like the idea of this. Now, we've got a nature shovel over here. This is considered a polearm, which is plus 13% weapon range. Now, what I'm wondering is if that affects everything. Right now, our range is 40U. This is 42. Let's grab that. Oh, I'm going to have to wait till I've got 2 of them to see the effect, I suppose. But either way, we've now got when critics kill, they summon 3 more critters. That has a great deal of potential. Because I'm wondering if when the critters that are summoned due to a critter kill something, do they summon more critters? Is this going to possibly be just an explosion of critters? I very much hope so. But we can now see what the next nature unlock will be, and that's at 3 nature. Gain 5% chance to dodge for each missing health. Oh, that's actually not too bad. That's not too bad at all. I wonder if there's any way that I can see what my natural chance to dodge is. Is there any way to look over that? I don't think so, unfortunately. Oh well. Right, okay, well, let's get back out there. Right now, cash is fairly slim on the ground, so we're going to have to hold out on that one. Let's get a little bit of damage in there so our critters can do a little bit more damage. Oh, they don't seem to be seeking, unfortunately. That's a bit of a shame. They just kind of wander around aimlessly. Okay, fair enough. Well, hopefully we don't die too fast, though I'm not very quick on my feet, which is a bit of a problem in and of itself. I'm still trying to learn how much of a risk I can take, how quickly I move compared to my enemies, and whether I can slip through certain gaps in their formation. It does look like we have got some reasonable opportunity to do that. More crit chance, more summon damage, more AoE size, more summon damage, and more damage, more summon damage. I think it definitely needs to be AoE size. That being said, we don't really do AoE. Nevertheless, let's go ahead and grab that. Right, we've got another polearm this time. So this will be the 13 weapon range, and it will give us 5% chance to dodge for each missing health. Okay, well, we want to see. So that's 40, 42, and this is 50. That is still 40, 42, and 50. Okay, so I guess this is just applied after the fact. It doesn't really tell us what it is based on the weapon. That's a bit of a shame, because that would be really, really useful for me to see whether something was worth it. My lord, that is a triple upgraded water fist over there. I didn't actually notice it at the beginning. I don't think we would have had the money for it. 100% chance to chill on hit. Periodically, freeze all enemies around you, dealing 45% weapon damage. That would be rather amazing, I must say. If we can get up to 4 polearms, then we will have plus 50% weapon speed, and that sounds pretty amazing. If we can get up to 6 nature weapons, all damage is increased by 100% for each missing hit point. That's not actually that great, because it's kind of banking on losing health, which is not really something I like doing. As well, you know, if you've been with the channel for a while, I dislike gambling on failure. So generally speaking, when you've got something like for each missing health, you're going to get X much of a bonus, you're kind of gambling on losing health. That being said, I have started to warm to the idea of thinking about health. It's very easy to think of health as a failure state if you lose it, but if you have a way of passively regenerating health, then health becomes just a spendable resource. And if you're not spending it, then you're wasting the resource. And we do seem to always get our health back at the end, so maybe I need to just approach it from that direction. We've got AoE size and weapon speed. I really do want weapon speed, but getting more summon damage is useful for me because we're not summoning enemies based on hits or anything like that. We're summoning enemies based on time that has passed. So anything that'll give us more time is probably more survivability is what we want to go for. So weapon speed is very tempting just because it keeps us safe, but let's go for increased damage there. And we've got a whompingly massive upgrade on the shovel. Could I sell something right now? That would give me 54. Sure. Oh, really? Rude. That's annoying. I guess it... I see. It was going to upgrade the shovel I had. I think that's what was going on there. I was going to get an upgrade on the shovel. I should have sold the glove, actually, instead of the trident because they synergized. But it was upgrading the shovel that I already had up to a level 3. Okay. Well, every 8 seconds, we now summon 15 critters that each deal 70% weapon damage and apply 20% of this weapon's base damage to all other weapons. Okay, that's actually not bad. That's applying a lot of base damage to my Nature Fist. So, you know what? I still think we actually ended up with a decent upgrade there. Yes, we absolutely ended up with an upgrade there. Okay, this is a solid build on the way. We've still got a long way to go, though. The waves are going to start getting a lot nastier. The dev in the email to me mentioned that they haven't seen anyone get past level 30, and generally level 12 is a great achievement if you reach level 12. It seems a lot of people fall on level 11, so it's probably some function of the scaling enemy presence where level 11 is a big turning point. More damage, more summon damage, or AoE says. Are we really getting... Yeah, sure, we'll keep bumping up our AoE says. Okay, we've got to upgrade the tier 2 fist. That'll increase the summoning from 4 creatures every 8 seconds to 6. And critters will deal up to 28 weapon damage. I'm tempted. Sure. Okay, we'll invest in that. I do feel bad about losing the third weapon, though, because we have lost a bit of punch. No pun intended, considering we just upgraded the glove. But we have lost a bit of punch with regards to the synergies on not only the polearm, but having the third level of nature, because we've gone back down to only 2 nature weapons now, which is a bit of a problem. Oop, that is potentially going to be a problem. I dislike the butterflies, since they seem to have a very different movement pattern, so they're kind of hard to predict. They just kind of hold in position every now and then, which makes navigating around them a lot more tricky. Okay, no nature, no summon damage increases. We've got weapon speed, crit damage, just pure weapon speed. AoE and crit damage, I'm going to go with the weapon speed and the crit damage, personally. I could go for the massive weapon speed increase, but I think this is fine. This will give us 2 hammers, so plus 25% damage. Not bad, and will give us back to 3 in nature. Sure, we'll pick that one up. There we go. Alright, let's get back out there straight away and see what we can do. We've got more butterflies again. There we are. Getting a little bit dicey up here, but thankfully our minions opened up a path there. Unfortunately, the minions do not spawn nearly fast enough. Ooh, okay, we're in danger now. I need to roll right through there. Okay, there we are. Come on, minions, open a path for me, please, and thank you. Or weapons open a path. That also is okay. Oh, that got a little bit close. I'm quite concerned. Quite concerned about what I was seeing there. We will increase the summon damage, I think, but well, maybe not. Maybe I really need to start investing in weapon speed at this point. So we're going to go with the sweet strawberry. And maybe selling this in order to get an upgraded shovel. This would give us... It doesn't increase the amount of summons or the damage they do, but applies 80% of this weapon's base damage to all other weapons. That is kind of crazy. Alright, I'm not going to say no to that. Sure, this is now doing 40 damage and is applying 80% of that to all of the weapons, all other one weapon. Possibly that is not the best route to have taken. Damn it. I was a little bit slow on the dodge there. But at least we're now only dealing with the skeletons, and I feel I've got a bit of a... I was about to say, I think I've got a bit of a better handle on their ability to move around. But, I think this might be it. Yeah, there we go. Apparently I don't have a bit of a better handle on their ability to move or my ability to get past them. That was a complete fabrication, it seems. Alright, we died on level 7, but I enjoyed playing around with the nature weapons there. Let's go for another run. Let's just hit this a random number of times. Oh, exactly. Back to where I guess we're going with the ginger-haired archer. Well, I say archer, they haven't got a bow, but I don't know. The sort of the green gives me a ranger vibe. Alright, well, maybe let's not go with nature this time. Let's go with something else. Let's try a different element if we can. Crit chance and weapon speed, sure, we'll grab that. Now, we've got water, we've got fire. 25% chance to chill on hit, 25% chance to burn on hit, or smite one random enemy after 7 attacks. Let's go with the smite. Let's try that out. We've got a Holy Cleaver. Does 6 damage, crit chance of 5%, crit damage 200%, 1.4 APS, 45 range, was a little bit higher than some of the weapons we had last time. And 2 Holy is going to give us smite 9% of all enemies when getting hit. I mean, again, that's kind of banking on failure a bit, but... And 2 Axes gives plus 12.5% dodge chance. Now, that is an interesting one. Alright, let's get out there. Okay, I'm liking what I'm seeing. It's managing to get through 2 enemies at once. I approve, and there was the smite. The smite does look like an insta-kill, though we're not absolutely certain of that. I guess we're going to need to know whether, as we get further on, the smites don't kill enough. It could just be a flat amount of damage, and right now, that is enough to take care of anything that we're fighting in these early levels. We'll have to see. We've got 1 more second. There we go. Not too bad. Right, weapon speed, crit damage, AoE size, crit damage. I think we're going to go with weapon speed, crit damage, and we're going to pick up the Holy Shovel. Sure. This is a polearm. So again, plus 25% damage. I don't mind mixing up our weapons for now. I'm going to try and avoid selling weapons. We're just going to see what we can do with building the weapons up. Okay, so that one is very much not quite capable of taking out our opponents. But the thing to be aware of here, since we've actually picked up weapon speed, I'm going to be really focusing on that because of the one very specific trait of Holy, it seems, is that it is based on the amount of times you hit something, not on the amount of time that you are in the fight for. Unlike nature, it's every 7 attacks rather than every 7 seconds. So the faster we attack, the more frequently we're going to cause smiting to happen. Is there anything here that gives us weapon speed? Maybe as well go for the 7 weapon speed there. And we've got a Holy Trident here as well. On smite, also smite 2 nearby targets. I do not mind that one at all. Okay, looking good so far. We've already got the polearm bonus. All right, let's get out there and see what we can do. It's doing a nice bit of damage as well. Not too bad at all. And since the weapons attack at different rates, they will trigger their smites in different speeds as well, which I'm actually quite happy with. Let's grab the coins, please, and thank you. Though getting close to the edge of the arena is always a little bit worrying because that's where the enemies are spawning from. We don't get much warning of where they're going to be, and I'm not sure if I can even really hurt them across the arena boundary. I'll try and properly for science that in the next round, because if I can hurt them across the boundary, then it's not as frightening. But if they have some sort of damage shield until they cross that line, then being closer to that line that's giving myself less time to react and attack them is a lot more scary. Weapon speed and crit chance. We've got some decent crit chances, though not a lot of high crit damage. I think we're just going to go, again, for pure weapon speed. Okay, we can upgrade the Holy Shovel. This one will go from 1 to 2 random enemies. Sure, we'll go with that. I was hoping that it might reduce the amount of attacks needed, but sure, this still works out for us. Right, we're dealing with the butterflies again. And we've got another 30 seconds on the clock. Okay, that we can definitely see that we are smiting enemies through the walls. So I guess I'm going to assume for now. Oh, this is going much better. I guess I'm going to assume for now that we can damage them through the boundaries. Yes, there we go. We can actually see the weapons attacking them across the border here. Can I cross it? No, I can't cross it. I was wondering if there might have been like a little timer or something like that. Once I crossed outside of the boundary before I got back in, but it doesn't seem to work that way. Right, more weapon speed. I think it has to be weapon speed all the way, really. We've got the Holy Hatchet, smite one random enemy, blah, 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 but this takes us up to... Right, okay, let's have a look at what the 6 holy weapons would be. 6, getting hit enrages you, increasing weapon speed by 200% for 4 seconds. That's not awful, I'm not going to lie. That isn't actually a bad one. We've also just gained more dodge chance now as well. We've got 2 polearms, 2 axes. If I got 2 more polearms, then that would give me the 4 on the polearms, or 2 more axes would give me... So it's weapon range or move speed. Move speed might be really nice. But I think the only way that I can get that would be for me to pick up a different element. And I guess I'm not super sold on the holy element there. We could, I guess. But it really does depend, because if I wanted to get 3 polearms, I could do that. I could just go for 4 polearms. Sorry, for 6 polearms. It all depends, I suppose. But what else would I like? AoE size, freeze lasts a couple more seconds. I could get the summons, I could get burn, or I could get chill. There's a lot of questions there, but I'm going to try and fill out my weapon slots first before anything else. I'm going to save that cash because we started seeing some really good purchases that were very expensive around this level last time. So I want to try and keep a healthy amount in the bank balance for now. Let's just see what we are doing. The smite definitely feels like it's getting us further. I wonder if this is the sort of game where early game you're going to want a very different strategy to mid and late game, where you might want to completely switch over your element once you've gotten to a certain point. I've got no way of knowing that yet, but it's definitely something worth keeping an eye out for. Let's go for the weapon speed and crit damage. It seems weapon speed is really the way to go. Right, we've got a shield. Plus 25% AoE size. We've also got a shield here, 25% chance to burn on hit. We've got another trident, 40% chance to chill on hit. If we wanted to go this way, then it is possible that we could get up to the polearm. And getting the extra range might really help out. We would need a water shovel then if I wanted to get the freeze last 2 seconds longer. But do we do any freeze? I guess it might come as a consequence of having upgraded water tridents. Let's see what we can do. Okay, we can go all the way up. Killing a frozen... Okay, so 100% chance to chill on hit. That's amazing. Killing a frozen target has a 22% chance to freeze nearby enemies, dealing 30% weapon damage. But how does one freeze someone? This is the important question that I am not getting an answer to. But we're going to grab this, and I'm also going to grab this as well. More enemies smited. So we're starting to level up these items. I want a water shovel if I can. That would be fantastic. But we've gone straight into the water trident level 3. That's the highest level weapon that we've got currently, which is kind of impressive. Right, okay, let's go out. Now, again, we're looking for a water shovel. That would give me the 4 on polearms whilst still having the option of having a decent amount of water built up as well. Though there is a small chance that if we do that, I might sacrifice one of the axes in favor of picking up another water item so that I've got 3 water. But we'd still have the 4 on trident. Oh, well, actually, no. No, we would still have to grab the shovel. Yeah, if we got rid of one of the axes, I could swap it for a shield or something like that, and that would still work out for us. We'd have 2 shovels, 2 tridents, and 1 axe and 1 something else, maybe a shield or something like that. Weapon speed there, weapon speed and damage, AoE size. We've got spicy curry. Ooh. Plus 10% dodge chance. That seems like a really good one to take. Dodge, if you've noticed that occasionally I should take damage, but it just says I dodged instead. That is what we would be building there, and I'm kind of all for that, actually. Okay, how can I say no to upgrading the axe a little bit more? Every 6 seconds, summon 2 lightning fields that last for 2 seconds. Do those damage me? Either way, we're taking it. Killing a frozen... Yeah, there's nothing that really talks about how to freeze, though. Because chill and freeze seem to be separate status effects from what the synergies talked about on the last one. Ah, okay. So those are the lightning fields that we saw there. And it's... do I need to step into the lightning field? Do I need an enemy to step into the lightning field? I really don't know. It's an interesting one. Doesn't seem to really be doing anything yet, but we'll see, I suppose. Let's continue trying to apply all of the chill that we can. Anything that makes our enemies slower is going to make me more survivable, just because I'm going to have an easier time getting out of the way. And it does seem that we pick up any loose coins on the ground. The coins do despawn, but if we can end the round before they've despawned, we automatically pick them up, which is a nice thing to know. Crit damage, crit chance. No, it has to be weapon speed. Our entire build is based on weapon speed. We could pick up the water shield. So it'd give us longer lasting freeze, but again, I don't see how to freeze things. So I'm starting to wonder if water is really what I should be going for, since the whole frozen thing doesn't seem to be happening for us. Burn spreads to 2 nearby targets when inflicted. How about we start building instead axes? I know. I was all in for the tridents, and now I'm switching things around. But how about we go for axes instead? I'll hold out until we see something more interesting, but really, why? Why would you do this to me? Oh, that one just increases the amount of damage, freeze damage you do to nearby enemies. So it's not really the upgrade that we would want there. However, we can upgrade our axe, or we could get a shield and sacrifice this polearm. The only problem is you need 4 of something. And now I've got 3 axes and I've got 3 polearms. So realistically, I need to go for either the axes or the polearms. And what do I care the most for at the moment? I would say weapon range is really good. But move speed is probably the stronger thing for us. But that kind of relies on chill. Regardless, it's not going to be the shield. So for the time being, I can spend 12 on upgrading this axe to get to 2 random smites. I don't think that's a bad choice regardless. We'll see how this goes though. Okay, so it's just the skeletons for now. That's fine. Let's continue wandering around, gathering up whatever I can. I am loving the amount of damage we're doing. That is getting many, many kills in one go. That's fantastic. Need to see more of that, please. There we are. I'm seeing some nice big numbers, like 56s and 30s. It's a little bit too busy for me to focus too much, though I did absolutely see a 66 just then. Still, this is looking a lot stronger than the last run. And, I think that's partially down to the fact that Smite just seems like a very powerful condition. But also we are mixing up our elements, and I think that we're doing that to a good effect. Crit chance and weapon speed. More weapon speed and damage over there, so we're going to go for this one. You really want me to grab the water trident, don't you? Wow. There's no point, though. There really isn't. So I'm disincentivized for taking that, but it does so much damage. How about we reroll and see what we can get? We've got an upgrade for the Holy Trident. And we've got an upgrade for the axe. 40% chance to burn on hit. I'm liking it. Sure, and we can still get the Holy Trident up as well. That's up to 16 damage. Okay, not too bad. We are going to be selling this, and we'll get a good bit of money back when we do, but I want to see what I want to buy before I do that. We'll have to look out for a flame hatchet at this point, I think. Oh, that's nice. We're seeing the flame effect showing up now, which is brilliant. Nice. Very, very nice indeed. I'm loving the lightning, the smiting that's happening. This is going very, very nice. Also, I quite like the little ambient glow over the enemies that have got fire on them. I actually quite like that. It's little details that catch my eye sometimes, and I don't know. I just take it as a sign that adding those, it's not really something you need to do. It's not a functional thing. You add it because you enjoy what you're doing. It's kind of a sign of the love of the craft, if you like. Right, we've got weapon speed over there, crit damage. We've got weapon speed here. 2 weapon speed at 8 damage or 2 damage. It's going to be weapon speed. Always going to be weapon speed. There we go. We've got. Oh, we're going for the trident instead. All right. Wasn't where I thought this was going, frankly, but okay. Right, we're saying goodbye to you, and we're taking you. There we go. Burn ticks 100% faster, but now burn is going to be spreading decently thanks to these. And once again, we're at this position where we can choose what to sell. Let's roll again. Nothing particularly here I want, but actually, let's go for this. While standing still, smite one enemy every 3 seconds. That's an interesting one. Could you go for a completely stationary build? I guess you could. Hadn't thought about it, but that's kind of cool. There you are. That's what we wanted. All right, I know I only just picked you up, but you're going to have to go. I'm sorry. There we go. Right, we've got 4 axes now, plus 15% move speed, and if you got 6 of them, you get 100% AoE. It's interesting how you genuinely have to kind of explore, because it won't tell you what the synergies are until you are within range of them. Like, you've got the one below. Very interesting. I mean, I know I don't want the largest choice on smite, but what if? What if the burn was what I want? I guess at this point, if I saw the availability of a 2-star hatchet or a 2-star shovel and a fire item was on the same thing, I could just sell one, pick it up, see that, and then exchange it. That might be a route to go with in order to properly explore what potential burn is there, because it might be something that we really want to see. But honestly, in terms of the 100% AoE size, I really don't know how AoE is factoring into this. There feels like there's a lack of information available for me to make proper build decisions here. But still, I'm quite enjoying what I'm seeing so far. Yeah, let's continue to move around. At this point, the whole thing, oh yeah, it's super chill. No, it's not. I've already had to stop looking at the screen. I am now navigating purely by peripheral vision. I've locked my sight on my character, but I'm not focused on it. I'm watching out of the corner of my eyes where I can move safely, which is right now a stronger strategy at the moment. But you know it's not chill when you get to the point where I can't afford to focus on anything anymore. I need to see the whole thing all at once and just allow my subconscious to do the navigation and just hope. What do we got over here? Ooh, +1 health, but summon damage, but +1 health though. In exchange for 7% weapon speed. Let's just give us more opportunities to get out of a sticky situation. Well, I think we're going to go for it. We'll see how this goes. Every 6 seconds, summon 2 lightning fields as well. So the polearms seem to be all about standing still, whereas the axes seem to be about summoning lightning fields, but I'm okay with that, actually. I'm very much okay with that. Let's go ahead and grab you. And let's roll again, see what we get. Of course, it's going to be something ridiculous. While standing still, smite 4 enemies every 3 seconds. That's ridiculous. I want it so much. Damn it. Oh, well. I could afford to lose this, though. We would lose the polearm. Well, actually, no, I could get the polearm back. But this would give me the opportunity of seeing what the burn is. Do I want to go for that? It's 10, this is 5, but... Sure, let's experiment. What do we get? All damage against enemies inflicted by burn is increased by 40% per stack of burn. Oh, can we add... Is that per stacks in existence or on the enemy? Can you add more stacks to a single enemy? That's the first question. If not, or even if so, is this talking about all stacks of burn that exist on that enemy or in the arena? Because if it's the latter, this could potentially be bonkers powerful. Okay, I like it. I am on board. Definitely on board. All right, let's get back into this. So we've now switched over to a half holy, half flame build. We are going to purge the non-believers with the fire of judgment. We've gone full Inquisition going on right now. Oh my lord, there's so much fire around me. No, there's too much going on. Okay, I'm going to have to start going back to peripheral vision again, though I just took some damage. That was a dodge there. That was not me. That were 2 dodges in a row. I approve. 3 dodges in a row. Ah, the Emperor protects. Oh my lord. Oh no, the Emperor doesn't protect. Our belief faltered in the last moments there. We died on level 11 though, so I guess, yeah, I can see what they were talking about. Oh, what was the counter on when we died? Oh man, it would have been so good if we could have gone up to level 12. But yeah, level 11, that definitely takes it up a notch. And we should have died a lot earlier. Dodge was keeping us going. Maybe focusing on things for dodge to get over there is the way to go. But that was actually quite fun. You want it to be a spider this time. I don't think we've got time for another... fine, we've got time for another run. I probably shouldn't, but I will anyway, because I enjoyed myself. And that's always the test for how good a game is whether I'm willing to look at the time and say, I don't really have time, but I'm going to anyway. Right, all damage increased by 25% for each missing health point. Every 10 seconds, gain a halo that protects you from all damage for 2 seconds. Oh, okay. Fire, burning targets move 20% slower, and all weapons have a 22% chance to crit against chilled or frozen targets. Huh. Okay. I don't want to do the same build again, but... yeah, there is something about... maybe we could go with Frostfire build. How about we go for Chill and Burn? Plus 25% damage for hammers, plus 30% range for polearms, 8% move speed for axes, and plus 1 health for shields, which is an interesting one. Sure, we're going to go for a Frostfire. Let's see how this goes. Got our little wobbly spider. That's not how spiders walk. Mind you, I guess there's nothing to say that it is a spider. It's only got 6 legs, and it's got 5 eyes. So actually, the 5 eyes part, that is completely legit for spiders. Like, very few spiders actually have 8 eyes. Most of them have 6. 5 is a bit of an odd one, I'm not going to lie. They're generally symmetrical, and it'll be an even number. But... still, not having 8 eyes is probably more spider than most depictions of spiders are in cartoons and the like. Right, let's see. Well, we're not going summons, so, I mean, crit damage and crit chance might be okay. Lots of damage there, and AoE size. Let's go for all the damage, actually. Right, so, really. 1.15 weapon times weapon speed while standing still. It looks like you could absolutely... I mean, it's completely random. You can't plan for it. But if the cards fall just so, you could have a stationary build. Interesting. Very interesting. I'd go for 2 polearms for the weapon range or the extra weapon damage. And... let's go for the burning so that we slow things down. All damage against enemies inflicted by burn is increased by 20% per stack of burn. Okay, I like it. And 4 hammers will give us 15% crit chance. I would have loved to have taken you, but sadly we cannot. All right, let's see what we can do then. Get a nice bit of damage out there. I really do feel that going for weapon speed, though, is a stronger play than other things, than just muddying the, oh, I'll get a crit every now and then. I don't think the amount of damage that I was doing to the enemies in the final round on the last run was the problem. It was, I needed to attack more frequently. That being said, you know what? In editing, I might see things very differently because, as I mentioned, I wasn't focusing on anything that was happening. I was just navigating via my peripheral vision and hoping for the best. So maybe I should be looking to increase my damage a little bit more aggressively. To that end, sure, okay, let's try that. Let's try and focus on that a little bit. We've got a dagger, a blade, plus 7.5% crit chance. I mean, it's not terrible, certainly, but the shovel would be nice. And also, it'll tell me what the third level of water and, the second level of water and the second level of polearm will be. Right, let's have a look. Plus 50% weapon speed, absolutely worth it. I think this has just become a polearm build, ultimately. 50% chance to freeze on chill. There we go. That's what we needed. We need a way to freeze. So we want to get a water trident and a fire trident. And at that point, we're good. All right, I know which weapons I'm looking for then. And now it's just surviving long enough to collect them. And also making the correct choices in regards to the types of food that I eat each level. Oh yeah, look at the effect of chill. That is beautiful. I like it. I like it a lot. In fact, that's almost good enough for me to consider going for a pure chill build. We can pivot later on, maybe. Oh, I should have dodged there, really. That was a bit bad of me. I was thinking too far into the future of how I was going to change my build, and not enough on how I was going to last long enough to have the opportunity. Right, AoE size and damage, or crit damage and damage. I honestly think it's crit damage and damage. Though weapon speed right there is tempting. Sure, let's go for weapon speed. Sure. Right, let's get you. 40% chance to burn on hit. I like it. Let's grab that right there. And we'll just jump into the next battle. We've got to try and balance out increasing the strength of my weapons as well, because that's honestly where the lion's share of the damage comes from. Not from what I'm eating, but on getting higher levels of my weapon types. And if we can get to the point where burn also slows things down, and burn is being propagated to enemies just on a percentage-based chance when I inflict burn the first time, that will be amazing. It's getting a little bit dicey in the middle here. I probably shouldn't be in here, honestly. Oh, okay. I was just going to try and move to the side. I was not paying attention to how long we had to go. I really do need to get better at doing that. It's probably going to be a big part of my survival strategy, ultimately. Weapon speed. Yeah, we're just going to go pure weapon speed here. I don't think there's any reason not to. No, it's going to be polearms that we're looking for. So let's reroll. We've got. You really want me to go for a blade, don't you? I say no. But the fire guitar is tempting. Oh, actually, sorry. The fire is already slowing them down. Never mind. Still, I could pick this up right now. Just to carry us. Oh, no, actually, I can't even afford it. Never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about there. All right, well, let's just jump into the next thing. I just wasted 15 cash for no appreciable gain. I feel a bit bad for that one, but oh well. I guess it's going to happen every now and then. We do need to increase the damage, though. Especially the fist is not doing enough damage by far. I'm going to dodge through, try and scatter them. It seems that when you dodge or when you end up getting hurt, or when the automatic dodge kicks in, you do clear the area around yourself, which is kind of nice. Let's continue. Maybe I should just start running around the edge of the arena and just drawing them with me. Right, 10% extra damage would be very, very appreciated. AoE size is also good. Oh, that might be what the AoE size is talking about. When you dodge. Well, possibly. We're just going to go pure damage there, though. Nothing that I see that I want. Let's roll again. Once more. Nothing that I'm seeing that I want. A shame. I could get the burn fist, though. That wouldn't be the worst thing, and it... Yeah, I can always sell it later. Right. Burn spreads to 8 nearby targets when inflicted. Oh. That is hard to turn down. That is shockingly hard to turn down. Let's get all the way up to the 4 on the hammers, just so I can see what happens. Freeze lasts 8 seconds longer. Both of them are pretty solid options. I've got to be honest. The burn spreading, though, it sounds amazing. Okay, well, we'll see how things go as we build. But I've kind of abandoned my initial... Well, I haven't abandoned it, but we've strayed quite far from my initial plan. Oh, that was the first time I've seen freeze happen. Okay, so it kind of just encases them in the block of ice. I like it. Let's keep doing that, shall we? Hopefully a lot more moving forward. There we go. Thank you very much. Keep it up. Getting more weapons seems to be more useful than specializing my weapons, if I'm honest, because I've got one extra weapon to attack, and the knockback alone is keeping me alive, so maybe that's what I should have been doing the whole time. More damage, AoE size, weapon speed. I think I'm going to go for damage and weapon speed. A little bit of both worlds there. Right, we could upgrade the water more. 40% chance to chill on hit. I like it, and we'd get a higher crit chance as a consequence of that. Alright, not too bad, not too bad at all. Let's see chill and freeze happen a lot more, please. That would be wonderful. Let's shimmy on up. You know what, I think the idea of just following the edge is a solid one, but I'm not doing nearly enough damage to be able to manage this right now. I do need a lot more damage, sadly, and that damage is not happening yet. Uh-oh, I am in the worst possible place that I could be. Let's try and not get surrounded for the next couple of seconds. No, I died on level 7. Yeah, it really does seem that Smite was carrying me in that middle run there, honestly. But, oh well, that is going to be it. Actually, it ended up being more or less exactly the right amount of length for an episode. Oh, wow. Starting off with 1 health and some summon damage. But that is going to be it for Tiny Survivors and for this first taste. I hope you enjoyed. Remember, the game is free, so if you want to check it out, then do follow the link down in the video description below to head on over to Steam and pick it up for yourself. Honestly, a solid little tea break game. I feel that you can just sit down, sink 15-20 minutes into this, and then walk away. Unless you get past level 11, in which case you're probably not going to want to stop. Or maybe you are going to need to stop, because you're going to need a breather, because anxiety. Because, oh my lord, I don't even know what level 12 is going to be. And the fact that someone's got to level 30 boggles the mind. But there's the challenge, I suppose. If you do manage to get past level 11, do let me know down in the comments. But until next time, and as always, do take care, everyone.